Today our topic is why you need to stop seeking external validation. Let's talk about something that affects all of us, whether we realize it or not: the need for approval from others. From a young age, we are taught to seek validation. We look for smiles from our parents when we do something good. We wait for praise from teachers when we get good grades. And as we grow older, we seek likes, comments, and approval on social media or in our careers. But here's the truth. If you live your life constantly looking for others to tell you that you're doing well, you will never feel truly happy or free. Why? Because external validation is like a drug. The more you get, the more you want, and it will never be enough. You will always be chasing the next compliment, the next achievement, or the next moment of recognition. But what happens when you don't get it? You feel empty, unworthy, or even lost. This is why you need to stop seeking external validation and start finding your worth within yourself. Let's think about what validation really is. Validation is when someone else acknowledges your value, your efforts, or your existence. It feels good because it confirms that you matter. But here's the problem. If you rely on others to feel that you matter, you are giving away your power. You are letting other people decide how you should feel about yourself. Imagine this. You work hard on a project, and your boss praises you. You feel amazing. But the next time your boss doesn't notice your work, and suddenly you feel terrible. Your sense of worth is tied to someone else's opinion, and that is a dangerous way to live. What if that person is having a bad day? What if they don't see the effort you put in? Does that mean your effort was worthless? Of course not. But when you seek external validation, you allow others to control your emotions and self-worth. Now, let's talk about why we seek validation in the first place. It's natural to want to belong and be accepted. Humans are social creatures, and we thrive in communities. But somewhere along the way, many of us start to believe that our worth is tied to how others see us. We think, if I get more likes, more followers, or more praise, I will be enough. But this is a lie. Your worth is not determined by how many people like you or what they think of you. Your worth is inherent. It is already inside you, and no one can take it away. The problem is that most of us don't believe this. We have been conditioned to look outside ourselves for proof that we are valuable. But the truth is, you don't need proof. You are valuable simply because you exist. So how do you stop seeking external validation? The first step is to become aware of when you're doing it. Pay attention to your thoughts and actions. Are you posting something on social media just to see how many likes you'll get? Are you working harder than you need to just to hear someone say good job? These are signs that you're seeking validation. Once you notice these patterns, you can start to change them. Instead of looking for approval from others, focus on how you feel about yourself. Ask yourself, did I do my best? Am I proud of what I did? If the answer is yes, then that's all that matters. Other people's opinions are just that, opinions. They don't define you. Another important step is to practice self-compassion. Many of us are our own worst critics. We judge ourselves harshly and focus on our flaws. But if you want to stop seeking external validation, you need to start validating yourself. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding. When you make a mistake, don't beat yourself up. Instead, remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes, and it's okay. When you do something well, take a moment to celebrate it. You don't need someone else to tell you that you did a good job. You can acknowledge it yourself. Over time, this will help you build confidence and self-worth that doesn't depend on others. It's also helpful to remember that everyone is dealing with their own struggles. The people whose approval you are seeking are probably just as insecure as you are. They might be seeking validation too. So, when someone doesn't notice your efforts or doesn't praise you, it's not because you're not good enough. It's because they're caught up in their own world. Try not to take it personally. Instead, focus on what you can control: your own thoughts and actions. You can't control how others see you, but you can control how you see yourself. Another key to stopping the need for external validation is to define your own success. Society often tells us what success looks like: a high-paying job, a big house, a perfect relationship. But these are external measures, and they don't necessarily lead to happiness. What does success mean to you? Maybe it's spending time with your family, helping others, or pursuing a hobby you love. When you define success on your own terms, you stop comparing yourself to others. You stop worrying about what they think and start focusing on what truly matters to you. This is how you create a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling. Let's also talk about Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that can help you stop seeking external validation. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond. This means that you can't control whether someone praises you or not, but you can control how you react to it. If you get praise, you can appreciate it without letting it define you. If you don't get praise, you can remind yourself that your worth doesn't depend on it. Stoicism also teaches us to focus on what we can control: our own actions, thoughts, and attitudes. When you focus on being the best version of yourself, you stop worrying about what others think. You realize that your value comes from within, not from external validation. Finally, remember that seeking external validation is a habit, and habits can be broken. It won't happen overnight, but with practice, you can learn to rely on yourself for approval. Start small. The next time you do something well, take a moment to acknowledge it. Say to yourself, "I'm proud of what I did." The next time you feel the urge to post something on social media for likes, ask yourself why. Are you doing it because you genuinely want to share, or are you doing it for validation? Over time, these small changes will add up. You'll start to feel more confident and less dependent on others' opinions. In conclusion, seeking external validation is a trap. It keeps you chasing something that will never truly satisfy you. But when you stop seeking approval from others and start validating yourself, you find freedom. You realize that you are enough just as you are. You don't need someone else to tell you that you're valuable. You already are. So, start today. Pay attention to when you're seeking validation, and remind yourself that your worth comes from within. Practice self-compassion, define your own success, and focus on what you can control. Over time, you'll find that you no longer need others to tell you that you're enough. You'll know it yourself, and that is the most powerful validation of all.